guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in again, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Tola and I am a YouTuber based in Vancouver, Canada. So today's video is gonna be about my flawless base in 2023 for those that actually want to learn how to do their makeup, or for those that don't know how to do anything. Like, there are so many trends now. There's underpainting, there's so many things, but if you just want to get like a straight to the point tutorial on how to still get a flawless beat with products that you already have, you don't have to break the bank, you don't have to use high-end products. You can actually use good quality affordable products that you have. For me, I believe it's the technique that matters. The little tricks and the little tips here and there actually matters. So if you really want to learn how to upgrade your makeup look, upgrade your makeup routine, then keep on watching. So as you guys can see, my skin is already moisturized. I've cleansed my skin, applied my serum, my moisturizer. I also like to use face oil and then my sunscreen. So I like to apply lip gloss, or this is more of a hydrating lip oil, and I got this from Shein. It was like less than $5. I just use that on my lips before I like apply my lip liner and lipstick, just so my lips don't look really dry and ashy while I'm doing my makeup. So it's like I'm preparing my lips in advance. I'm going to start by applying my foundation, and in today's video I'm going to be using Rare Beauty. I feel for me, what gives the flawless base is the technique, you actually taking your time to blend in the products and making sure you're using products that are your shade. And I like to apply my foundation with a brush. I know some people like to use a beauty sponge. If I want to, I would go in with my beauty sponge just to make sure that the foundation like sinks into my skin. I just take like very little, then I like to put dots everywhere. I don't even know why I do this, but I just like it. So now I'm going to be using my Real Technique foundation brush, and as you can see, the brush is actually clean. Wash your brushes regularly, like it's necessary. Aside from you protecting your skin, like this is what will actually allow your products, like the makeup products you're using on your face, to blend in as it should blend. It will blend properly because the brush isn't like clogged or cakey, it's clean. Aside from having a clean makeup brush, like your skincare before you start applying your makeup matters a lot. Making sure your skin is clean and hydrated helps with making the products actually blend in nicely, and you don't have to put so much. I literally use like 2 drops and yeah, it looks like skin, but it's not. The next step now is concealer, and I'm going to be using the shade 410N, and I'm just going to be highlighting under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, and above my lips. And I know that my forehead is already big, but then I like to still highlight it. So yeah, here, and I'm making sure to put it, I'm putting it away from like the side of my nose, because I'm still going to use my beauty sponge to blend it here. But then I don't want to put the products here, just because I don't want it to, by the time I start blending, I don't want there to be a lot of products here. Basically, I want to be the one to use the beauty sponge to move the products where I want it to be. And here, and above my lips, here. Taking a damp beauty sponge, I'm going to start blending. Sorry if I'm looking this way, it's just because my mirror is here. Making sure not to drag, basically tapping it, putting it where I want it to be. And when I blend my concealer, I don't like to drag it to the end of my face, because I want it to be snatched. So now I'm blending and like putting it in the areas where I want the concealer to be. And like I said, I don't want to drag it to the end of this space. I just want it to stop here. So I'm literally blending it to that side, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And it's always easy to add than to take away, so always start small and then build from there. I also like to highlight above my lips, just because that part of my face is usually darker than the rest, so I like to bring a bit of light to it. And then here, just put a little on my forehead, because I don't need to highlight the forehead, you guys can see it already. And then my nose. Just because I want a brighter under eyes, I'm just going to be going in with the Flawless Ivy Concealer, like a dot, and that's it. You can already even see the difference. Now that that has been blended, I'm going to be contouring now with the Rimmel Multitasker Concealer, and I'm going to be using the shade 120 Tiramisu. And for me, I'm saying contour, but I just like to bronze up my skin. Now that I've added like concealer that is 2 shades lighter than my skin, I like to just go in with a concealer that is also 2 shades darker than my skin. Not too dark to the point that's like an actual contour. I'm just trying to bring a bit of warmth back to my skin. I think I'm just going to be using this other concealer instead, and this is actually just from, this is like a random concealer. I just got it from Ibano. I don't even think it's like an actual brand because it's called Avior. This is for people that are in Nigeria though. If you have any supermarket that they sell makeup close to you, I'm sure they would have it. You can also get the Rimmel one as well, because I also use this. I'll probably use the two. And you don't also have to use this if you have any other concealer or even foundation that's like 2 shades darker than your actual skin tone, then you can use it. So I like to use dots just because it's easy to work with and I don't put too much. If I feel like I need more, then I'll build it. I'll just add more. And then I put dots around my big forehead as well. And I'm making sure to also put the concealer where my ear starts from, and I just take it here, like so. I'm not bringing it down, I'm trying to add warmth to my skin, and when I'm blending it, I'm going to be blending it upwards. I'm also putting like dots around my nose. I'm going to be taking this Real Technique brush as well, and you can see like the brush is like pointed, and it's just going to help while I blend in circular motions upwards, or I can also tap and then blend upwards. And if I feel like the products I put is not enough, then I can add, but it's fine because usually because I put around my forehead, any like leftover products on the brush, I'll just take it back to my cheek, just because it's easier for me to control the products on my face. So yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can already see the difference before I blended in the concealer and now that I've blended in the concealer. Like you can already see the warmth around my forehead and my cheeks, and then it also brightens like the concealer that I put under my eyes, like a small angled brush like this. Nose contouring, to be honest, I'm really not the best at contouring my nose. I just like to put a bit of concealer just so it looks like I actually contoured my nose, but yeah, this is really all I do. Now to my favorite part, blush. This blush is from She Glam. If you do not know, Shein has their own makeup line and it's called She Glam. This is so cute. This is the shade Night Drive. 3 dots. I like to put on my nose as well because why not? A pointed brush as well, but not really pointy. A bit pointy and then a bit fluffy, just so it's easy for me to blend the blush. And yeah, and I'll say for people that are scared to use cream blushes, just make sure you start with very little on the face and then build the products. It's just easier to work with. That's it. You can also skip this part if you are not a blush lover, or you can add more. Now we're going to be setting the face. I'm going to be using the Zickel Skin Fit Compact Powder in the shade Sunset, and as you can see, of course, this is not my skin tone. I just use this to set the highlight that's under my eyes before I go in with the setting powder. And I'm going to be taking my damp beauty sponge again. I'm going to just blend my under eye once more, just to be sure that there are no creasing. I'm just going to dab my beauty sponge on the powder. Taking that, I'm going to press it in. I'm going to do the same for the other side. where I put the concealer, that's where I put the powder, and that's the only part of my face that's really bright under my eyes, above my lips here. The parts where I put the contour and the blush is still there. And now I'm going to be setting the same concealer where I put the powder. I'm going to be using Makeup Revolution setting powder in Banana to bake. Making this flat triangle puff, you can get this from Shein, Amazon. Put this on the setting powder I want to use, like so, and then I press it against my hand to remove the excess. And now I'm going to put it under my eyes, and I'm just pushing it in because I'm not baking. I just want to set my concealer. Sorry, I was about to sneeze. Yeah, so I'm not baking, but I'm like using the puff to push the setting powder into my skin, just so my concealer does not move. So I'm going to do the same thing, dip the puff into the setting powder, remove the excess, and then do the same thing on the other side. I'm also going to be applying this where I put the concealer. And as you can see, I keep taking off the excess. And that's it. So I'm going to be doing my brows and my eyeshadow off camera because this video is just about my flawless base. If you guys want a tutorial on how I do my brows or an eyeshadow tutorial, put it in the comment section below. And if you're still here, you're still watching, I love you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and yeah, I'll be right back. So I'm back now. I'm done with my brows, my eyeshadow. I even wore my lashes now. I like to use my Ezekiel palette, and that's just because it has like so many shades. You can literally use this to contour, you can use this to set your makeup, you can use this even for eyeshadow, like so many things. So I'm just gonna pick my shade. This is my face powder. It looks like this because I already started dabbing before I realized that, oh, I'm supposed to film this. Taking my shade, I'm just going to be dabbing that all around the areas where I put my foundation and my concealer, just so there's no demarcation between the powder I put on my face, the setting powder, and the rest of my face. So I'm just going to be doing that gently, and as you can see, I'm not dragging it, I'm tapping. I don't want there to be like a harsh line between my face and between the highlighted area of my face and like the rest of my face. So I'm just going to gently tap until I'm satisfied. As you can see, this as well. I'm making sure not to touch directly under my eyes so we don't ruin what I already put there. But then I'm also making sure to go to like the corners of my nose, where my highlight and my blush meet, where my bronzer and my highlight meet here as well, just so there are no harsh lines. And this is what we have. Then before I go ahead with the next step, I'm going to use setting spray. Taking this Mario Badescu, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. If I'm butchering the name, I'm just gonna put the setting spray over here so you guys can see it. But yeah, I'm gonna be using this facial spray, and I'll try to cover my eyeshadow as well, just so it doesn't like touch it. I'm sure you guys can already see the difference now that I've added setting spray. All I just did was I took my face powder with my brush and I decided to ensure that those lines were like gone, and it now looks very smooth, and I decided to use the setting spray so everything is intact and in place. So yeah, if you've watch the video so far and you have questions, just put it in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them. And also, before I forget, I actually filmed this eyeshadow look on my phone and I'm going to be posting it on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm going to put my social media handle on the screen and please follow me. Yeah, if I'm not posting on YouTube, then I'm on Instagram. So just so you're keeping up with T, you're keeping up with Tala, follow me. Okay, this is my all-time favorite bronzer. If you guys have been watching like makeup content, makeup tutorials since like 2013, 2014, you all will know this CoverGirl Ebony bronzer because everybody was using it and I'm still using it because I'm obsessed. I'm yet to find like a dupe, like an alternative that I really like, that gives me like this bronzed look. And I'm so sad because I believe this has been discontinued. So the moment I'm done with this, I don't even know what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this to set the contour I put earlier. This is very like narrow. It looks like a fan, but it's a bit fluffy. I'm just going to be dabbing and I'm going to do that as well, circular motion, just so it's not looking like a line, because I see some people's contour, it looks so harsh, it's not blended in. So just so you're not one of those people, take your brush, circular motion upwards, and just make sure you're building in the product. Don't da 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 and then start doing it, because like I said, it's always harder to take off your mistakes. But then if you feel like you're not putting enough or you cannot see it, it's easier for you to build the product. I'm also going to be taking the angled brush that I used earlier and just take a bit and just go over the same thing I did last time. So now for my favorite part, blush, I'm going to be using the Lola Cosmetics blush in the shade Fast Track, and it's this beautiful purple shade, which is so similar to the Shein cream blush I use. I usually like to finish my makeup with the powder blush. It's just preference. So I'm going to be dabbing and then putting a bit. Then this blush is so pigmented, you really don't want to go like heavy-handed on it. And I like to put a bit over my nose just because. If you don't like that, you can skip it. And yeah, so that's it. I'm just going to put mascara on my lower lash and I'm going to do my lips off camera and I'll be back. So this is the final look. I did my lips off camera and I used the setting spray again, so everything just merges and like blends in together. It looks seamless, it looks flawless, and yeah, this is the finished look. Sorry, my phone. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the tips or you learned one or two things. If you still have questions, do not forget to put them in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them. If you guys also want videos like this, let me know. Do you guys want an eyeshadow tutorial, brow tutorial, more base routine, how to upgrade your skincare routine before you do your makeup, or even just your skincare routine in general? Just let me know the type of content you want from me. If you guys cannot tell, I'm filming myself, and yeah, we've come to the end of the video, to be honest. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, comment, share with your loved ones, share with people that you feel like they're always asking you questions about how you should do your makeup, how you should do this, how you should do that. They might learn one or two things and then they might subscribe as well and join the family. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.